If you own a business, having an online presence isn't optional anymore. And this isn't just about posting on Instagram or throwing together a website. Think about what happens when someone hears about your business. A friend recommends you, maybe they see your truck, your product, or one of your posts maybe. Chances are, before they spend money with you, of course, they're going to be looking you up online. And what they can find determines whether they can trust you or move on to somebody else. So how do you actually build a strong online presence? Let's break it down. First step is building a professional website, because your website is basically your business's home online, and it doesn't need to be complicated. Within a few seconds, someone should understand what you do, who you help, and how they can contact you. There are tons of other services like QuickCreator that can help you with this, to build a landing page that suits you and your business. Of course, you should show your services, which areas you serve, photos of previous work, customer testimonials, and an obvious way to request a quote. And that's basically it. And lastly, make sure your website runs well on mobile. If someone has to zoom in and hunt for a phone number, wait for a page to load, then that's already a bad first impression. Next step is making your business easy to find. A website is important, but still, people need to find it. For local businesses, start with Google Business Profile and make sure your address, phone number, website, and hours are accurate. They look at other directories that matter in your industry, because the key here is consistency. You don't want Google showing one phone number, Facebook showing another, and another old directory that's already not updated. Because when somebody searches your business name, everything they find should point them in the right direction. Up next is choosing the right social platforms. You don't need your business on every social media platform. That's how you end up with 6 accounts that you haven't updated since 2022 or something. Instead, figure out where your customers actually spend their time. If you sell to other businesses, then LinkedIn makes the most sense. If your business is highly visual, Instagram or TikTok could do better. But for many local businesses, Facebook can still be incredible. So, start with 1 or 2 platforms and focus on posting useful content consistently. Show your work, answer common questions, explain your process, and give a look behind the scenes. Because your goal isn't to constantly tell people to buy from you, it's to make your business familiar enough that when they do, they already know who you are. The next step is building your online reputation. Here's something a lot of businesses forget. Your online presence isn't only what you publish, it's also what other people say about you. So that means customer reviews, Reddit discussions, social posts, and other third-party mentions all contribute to your reputation. And today, that matters beyond traditional Google searches. You see, people are increasingly asking AI tools for recommendations, comparisons, and information about businesses. That means those systems can use information from other websites when generating answers. So if your business website says one thing, but 5 other websites say another, that's a problem. So you should start by asking satisfied customers for genuine reviews. Respond professionally to feedback, and every once in a while, Google your own business just to see the results. So if something is outdated, you can fix it. Once that's set up, the next step is to answer the questions that your customers ask, because this is one of the best ways to grow your online presence. And you don't really need to overthink this. Take the questions that customers already ask you and answer them publicly. So if you're an accountant, that might be a lot of accountant questions. You see, these answers can become blog posts, YouTube videos, shorts, TikToks, or even social media posts. The best thing here is you're taking knowledge you already have and turning it into something people can discover. And over time, that gives search engines, social platforms, AI systems, and most importantly, potential customers and users to find more ways for your business. Finally, make sure everything feels connected. That means using the same business name, logo, messaging, and contact information everywhere. So if someone finds you on Instagram, visits your website, and then checks your Google listing, it should obviously feel like the same company. Because at the end of the day, consistency makes your business easier to recognize and, of course, easier to trust. Finally, you should understand that building an online presence isn't about being everywhere. It's about being easy to find, easy to understand, and easy to trust. So build a solid website, keep your business information accurate, choose the best social platforms, and build your reputation through reviews and third-party mentions. Of course, don't forget that creating content that answers real customer questions is valuable. And I know this might sound overwhelming at first, but you don't have to do everything at once. You should start with the basics and build from there. Because when someone eventually looks up your business, you want everything they find to give them another reason to choose you and your business.